The ArcVR UI package enables the user to interact with a world space Unity canvas using a 3D point array. Enabling UI interaction is simple. Select the controller you wish to interact with, click Add Module, select the UI interaction provider, and click on Update. If you don't have a Unity event system in your scene, the UI interaction provider will flash you a warning. You can click on Fix Now to add an event system object with an input module and a VR input module into your scene. If you are using the new input system, you may have to replace the standalone input module respectively. On the UI interaction provider, you can set the individual controller buttons that correspond to certain mouse actions. Additionally, you can set array, which is used for pointing to UI objects, and configure to show it only when the user hovers over a canvas. By default, the UI array comes attached as a child object and can be customized as you see fit. ArcVR UI comes pre-configured with a series of UI prefab objects that you can use for most common purposes. You can find these under the Runtime Prefab UI Objects folder. Alternatively, you can use the console and input the command prefabs UI followed by a search term such as button, and then select the search range to be inside of packages to find any prefabs relevant to your search term. Text-based objects come in two variants. The ones with the _TMP suffix use TextMesh Pro components instead of the standard Unity text components. To create a new canvas, we can simply type the command prefabs UI window and then drag and drop one of the search results into our scene. Alternatively, you can simply create a regular Unity canvas, set it to world space, and attach an AVR canvas script to it. You can now attach any Unity UI objects to this canvas, and they will function exactly as they do regularly. AVR UI links allow you to easily bind certain variables to given UI elements. If that variable changes in-game, the UI object will reflect that change, and if the UI object is changed, the variable will be adjusted accordingly. Links can be used for drop-down, input field, slider, and toggle objects. In this example, we want to make an in-game options menu where we can adjust the travel distance and the ray type of our movement provider. If I want to link this input field to the projectile velocity variable of our movement provider, I simply select the object with the input field and attach an AVR UI link input field component. Then I set the target game object, in our case the teleport ray on our movement provider, and click on Show All Available Fields. This will give you a list of all public and private properties and fields on the target script that work with the specific link type. In our case, we want the proj velocity variable on our teleport ray. Then, to link this drop-down object, we proceed in the same way. We select the drop-down game object and add an AVR UI link drop-down. We set the target, click Show Available Fields, and in our case we wish to select the teleportation mode. I can now set the teleportation ray type within the game from projectile motion to a straight ray, Alternatively, I can increase the distance that the projectile motion will travel, or decrease it. ArcVR UI includes a convenient helper script to insert symbols into your UI elements. For example, this X, anchor, or handle symbol on top of this canvas. The script uses Font Awesome, a common font used in web development for these purposes. To use it, simply select a standard text component and add an AVR FA glyph helper component. You can then click on Show Glyphs, sort by solid, regular, or brand glyphs, and choose any you wish to insert into the text component. Given the amount of glyphs there are, it can be inconvenient to find the one you're looking for. You can instead also click on Search Glyphs, which will take you to the Font Awesome website. You can use their given search bar to look for a given glyph, then copy its Unicode value and paste it into the hex Unicode field on your glyph helper, then click on Set. Once you are done, you can remove the glyph helper as it serves no purpose during runtime.